Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Gaming, and I have a gameplay video from a finals match of one of our locals, Dragon's Lair in Fort Myers, Florida. We are doing BT11 proxy events. On the left is Crossheart, and on the right is Bloomlord. So here we are going to see these players just to start this matchup. Crossheart is going first. Just put that Sparrowmon in the back. And just slams down that Shoutmon, grabbing Taiki. Looks like the build is still using some of the older cards, like the Memory Setter Tai. Bloomlord will play the Palmon, getting some pieces. And we are going to see these four. I actually don't remember what the backwards card is supposed to be. I'm sure he told his opponent beforehand because we are doing proxies. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully the gameplay will point out what it is. It does have a couple under there now with save, and then he just passes, which is a little bit rough. Couldn't capitalize on the rest of that turn too well. So we do have the Edgitarmon down there. We are going to see it suspend to play a Weedmon. And then we're going to see the Digizorb into Blossom. Samadhi Santi to rest the Taiki, which is pretty strong, because it won't be able to unrest even with an X4 play if that's the case, or by any other means. We do see the Bloomlord come down and unsuspend. We're going to see that 2 checks fly through. And it looks like that is, with the black and white proxies, it looks like it was an X7 and perhaps an X3 under it. It is hard to tell the black and white, so I do apologize. We do see the X4 play come down. Swinging into the Agitar. Getting the save. Which, like I said before, it would not be able to unsuspend because of the Samadhi. Oh, he was swinging over the Agitar. I apologize for that as well. So he's not going to do the end of attack effect, obviously, because of the Samadhi. Opponent being a good guy and letting him take that back a little bit there. You see the red Vegemon come down, followed by the cracking of the Mem boost into another Agitar, which is going to start playing some stuff from hand. We see the Sunflow, Pomu in the back. The real question here is, can he take advantage of the momentum he's built so far in the game? Try to keep the Crossheart player from building any of his own momentum. So we do see him go into the Hydramon to suspend 1, gain a memory. At the end of the turn, the Cross 4 is going to the bottom of the deck. Absolutely makes sense, because the Cross 4 is a problem if left unchecked. That Hydramon going to be putting on a lot of tax for the Crossheart player. Just losing memory when it swings. We do see the X5 to swing for game. So, nice little recovery from the Crossheart player, able to outvalue that and make it happen. So here they're shuffling up for game 2. We do see the opening with a Starmon in the back, followed by a Shoutmon. Just search out some pieces there. He's going to follow it up with the Trio Tamer, which is a great tamer. It really does boost the consistency of the Crossheart deck quite a bit. Just the ability to gain that memory and draw a card. So here Bloomlord does have the Agitar up with a Palmon in play. Does use that Agitar to drop the red veggie, of course. Trying to start flooding the board. Now we see the Sunflow come down, activating effect to play Pomu. Passing back to the Crossheart player, who is going to start by adding, is that the Star Sword Shoutmon? Maybe? Man, these black and white proxies are really killing me, guys. I'm so sorry about that. It's hard to tell at a glance what they are on this playback. Well, there's a Star Sword Shoutmon for sure. He does swing into the security, and then we do see the Taiki coming down. Able to build a little bit of momentum and set up his next play. What do you guys think of Crossheart in the BT11 meta? Do you feel like it's consistent? Do you feel like it has enough aggression? And how do you guys feel about the Star Sword Shoutmon? I don't know if I'm a big fan of it. So here the Bloomlord player did build that big board and answer Crossheart players what the Crossheart player had built up on his turn. And by setting up the Hydramon. Hydramon just such a good control piece for Bloomlord. This gives it such a boost. So we're going to see that X3 come down, search in the top 3. He's going to be able to grab 2 Crossheart or blue flares. Or is it just Crossheart? If I misspoke, I do apologize. But here Bloomlord just has a bunch of bodies, and that's just what Bloomlord really accelerates at, is just spitting out so many bodies that it's hard to deal with. We do see the Samadhi again, resting the Taiki. Really good card in this matchup. But he does still have the Trio, which essentially does the same thing. So having that redundancy is also very good for the Crossheart player. Crossheart here, playing out the other Taiki, getting more pieces, and man, all the search in the Crossheart deck really does just benefit it so heavily in what it's able to do with its memory and resources. But Bloom just building this huge board, putting him at 0 to pass the turn and bouncing that card. I think this is going to be the end for the Crossheart player here, just kind of untenable at this point. And we are going to see the scoop up going into game 3 for these players, which is exciting. These are 2 decks that I think are reasonable to expect at Nationals. Bloomlord has fallen in popularity a little bit with the release of BT11, but it is still just a very powerful deck. It gets its momentum going and just kind of stays there. Crossart 2, very aggressive, very consistent, has a lot of searchability just to fix your bad hands pretty well. Man, the meta's so up in the air and so open for Nationals that it's just hard to know what to expect and what you think you're going to see. It's definitely hard to build around or play around. So here the Crossart player will start swinging that Starmon's, already starting by with the Tamer on board and getting that piece underneath. But the Bloomlord player does already have Agitarmon, which is such a key piece for Bloomlord to start doing his Bloomlord shenanigans. And unfortunately, we do just see the Trio Tamer. I guess not unfortunately, that's a good setup. Helps you build momentum and consistency. We are going to see the Mushroom come down, suspend for the Agitar, dropping a body. Digizorp. Are we going to see the Bloomlord here, which would be a pretty good play? Because he would be able to gain the memory from Agitar and all the Bloomlord cards. No, he's just going to choke him at the 1. We are going to see the draw and memory gain from the trio. And we are going to see the... is that the X7 right away? Yeah, it looks like it might be the X7. Just going right into it for a lot of memory, but not keeping turn. Just to blow up the Agitar stack. It's not the worst idea, but it's definitely a feel bad. A couple Zenjiros would have really fixed that. I actually don't know if we've seen any Zenjiros from this build yet, which is a little strange now that I think about these 3 games. I think Zenjiro is a really key piece in the Crossart build. So here we do have the HPD right into the Hydramon to suspend the X7, which is where you're going to see problems because turns off blocker and it's going to get bottom decked, so he's going to lose out on a lot of that material save. Because Cross 7 has material save 4, which is crazy. Here they seem to have a little dispute about what happened with the HPD. I think it looks all above the table. We're going to go into the Bloomlord, give him the memory back, unsuspend. Is he going to give him the memory save? No, ready to security. He does just want to bottom deck that Cross 7 just to get rid of those sources, which makes sense. Then we're going to pass the turn with the memory boost right to the bottom of the deck, and I think that might spell the end of it for the Crossart player. Even with a bunch of explosiveness, outside of another full stack X7, I just don't see how he gets back into the game. Speak of the devil, though, here is Zenjiro dropping that blocker after I just talked about how we hadn't seen him. And what can he do? He decides to just not activate Zenjiro to put him at 1, but that's not really going to matter. He's going to go to 3. He's got all the answers he needs on board. Even goes into an Agitarmon, suspending to drop a Pomu. I think we're just going to see some swings here. 15 into security, hitting that Omni Shoutmon, and we're going to see the 2 checks from Bloom. We're just going to see another Bloom, okay. Just to suspend that with the Pomu, and then swing for game. Yep, GG's. So Bloom does take it over Crossart. This is, you know, playing BT11 proxies. We're having a good time at locals. I hope you guys are all preparing for Nats too. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the commentary I've been trying to bring. Trying to record as many games as I can, honestly, so we get a good feel for the BT11 meta. Links to all of the stuff in the little doobly-doo, and we'll see you on the next one. I love you guys. Bye.